The components, nothing that costs money. It's like burning incense and
Okay,
then
that's all I need to
water.
know. There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's no like I have to spend something.
No, there's not.
Okay.
No, the kicker for Conjure Elemental is that it's a concentration spell, and if my concentration is ever broken, the elemental turns against
Goes
me.
away. Okay, so
No,
go ahead
the
and make.
elemental turns against me.
Oh, it doesn't. It
Yeah,
doesn't.
yeah.
It
So
doesn't.
But
yeah,
not if you break concentration yourself, right?
correct. But if I can dismiss it
Got
um as an action, but if my concentration is broken unwillingly, I can no longer dismiss it, and it's now aggressive.
Right. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a really good idea. I like this. No, I'm serious. I think it's a really good idea. I like it. Better than anything I have. I don't have anything right now.
Yeah. Other than that, you're just using some ores. Okay, so
The only other thing that I can think of to go along with this is once they become in view, try and figure out some way to block them from continuing to move forward.
Okay. And just to recap, there is like 100% like mission number one probably is saving Felix's parents, but bringing back Mereth alive is very much requested. Just killing him is a like sure it's okay, but the gentleman specifically said I need him alive. So and that will have repercussions based off of what happens. Okay, so go ahead and make a strength check for the water elemental. Oh my lord, water elemental guys! You guys are too high of level.
Water's pretty strong, right?
Yes, it is.
I don't remember. Does each elemental have its own stat block?
Yeah, it does.
Like I mean, like water versus like land versus fire.
Yeah, so water, fire, wind, and earth.
So it looks like water elemental is a +4.
Yeah, so just roll a straight strength check. So
just like a D20 +4, right?
Yeah. And if you open up the water elemental stat block.
Oh, I don't have access to it.
You don't? And if you go to the compendium and say water elemental, doesn't show up.
It also has.
Oh, no, yeah, you can't see the one in the journal. That's the one I just pulled on there.
Oh, okay. But let me see if I can open up my own and do it.
It has bad charisma. Picturing it just like spits on you. Whenever it tries to talk, it just spits on you. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the compendium just shows it's like the page about it. Like I don't have a character sheet or anything to click.
Oh, dang it. I open up Copilot all the time because command is not. Here, try this link. Nope, that's to me only.
Oh, that opened a new tab.
Did that come across? You can see it now.
See the link when I click that link, it opens up a separate tab on the browser.
Click water elemental in the journal now, as I said, show it to everybody.
Okay. Same thing. There's no.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess I can just hold on. Okay, I'll just tell you what it is then.
Okay.
My mouse disappeared. There it is. Yeah, +4. So
you just want me to roll a D20? What do you want me to do?
yeah, just roll a D20 +4.
Okay. Um,
What was it?
Nat 20.
Vroom. You are going to be moving quite quickly. So with the nat 20, I'll let you get its full movement. So
It can swim 90 feet.
yep. So let's see. 90 feet would be how many squares? 90 divided by 5 is
18.
18 squares. Okay. Yeah, I guess just use your measure it and I can right there. Room. So you, I actually will give you just a little bit there. You can see you have caught up pretty well to them. They're still probably about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet ahead of you. But you guys are definitely catching up. They're going to make their check for what they're doing to go faster. They're going at normal speed, so they will move forward their 20, which actually takes them off of this map pretty much. So we'll switch over to the other map, and then I'll have to replace some things.
Oh, I see stuff.
Can you see the map?
I see lots of stuff. I see everything.
Oh, shoot.
Bad guys.
Close your eyes.
I'll close my eyes.
Goofed it. Okay, unclose your eyes.
Seems right.
Let me just make sure. Yeah, much better. They are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so what you do notice now is there are 2 boats that seem to have been sitting there, containing a couple people that are in your way. You guys are in your lower boat down there. You need to switch people around. Because Felix is up here. Derek is in the middle. Bill's there. Okay. Oh, and then I need to pull your water elemental back on. Okay. So now everyone is going to move forward. They're 20 feet. There's Mereth, it's right there. Okay, and then these guys move forward. They're 5, 20. And then you guys are behind. You see these 3 boats floating up ahead of you.
I just Eldritch Blast one of these dudes from here.
Yeah, that's 120 feet away. I guess let's go ahead and have the go ahead and roll initiative. At initiative count 20 would be when you can use things to move. So
So we've already moved on that in that.
Yeah. So yeah, just give me a second. Okay, we need that. This guy go to.
Oops. I keep double clicking shit. I don't know what I'm doing with my mouse.
And then watch, I have a new thing for me. I go like this. I go that. Group INIT.
Hey, look at that.
Look at that. Everyone shows up immediately. I can do it for you guys too, but I'm not going to because Christopher, you should actually be a 21.14. And everyone else is good. Fel, I feel you, man. In our game on Wednesday, I rolled a 0. And it's not the first time I've rolled a 0 or lower.
It's just wild. I haven't broken double digits in what feels like forever on initiative. And it's a D20. Like mathematically, that's kind of wild.
That is truly to me what makes no sense. Is like just because I have a bad score in it doesn't mean the die should also reflect that. But it certainly feels like it does. Things you're bad at, you roll bad on. Okay, let's sort. Felix says, Mom, you don't need to be here. Okay, so that starts with Christopher. What do you want to do, if anything, from your current place? You are a fair amount away from everything, but
I don't know. Can I paddle? Just get us closer.
Yeah, you can paddle. Let's see. I wrote down what paddling does. Make an athletics check. For everything over 15. At 15, you move 5 extra feet on the next turn. Or so no, you're paddling. You don't. You're just paddling. So it doesn't quite get. It's like you're in a very crowded boat, so the paddling is a little tough. So you're not like quite getting the momentum that you think that you would from this.
Every time you get in the canoe for the first time, it's like, wait, how do I do this again?
Yeah, and then your paddling is actually just like making you go around in a circle. Because you like, how do I hate kayaking for that. I'm so bad at it. Okay, that's that. That is the thug's turn. The thug. Which thug is this? Oh, that's the very far away thug. He is still gonna try to take a crossbow shot down at the front of the boat. Let me see. Range 100 feet. Right here. Okay, he's still within normal range. I'll still use with disadvantage though, because there is pretty much no light. Of the different boats have like a torch on them, but it still can't totally see you in the dark. So he's just shooting out towards you, Felix. That is going to be a heavy crossbow +2. That's an 11 to hit. So you just hear this bolt like kind of fling and go onto the side of the rocks in front of you. That brings it to Carrick's turn. And I would say, like, yeah, so even for their dark vision, I guess, yeah, you guys can see up there because they have light going on. You guys probably don't have any source of light on your boat. But they have torches.
Okay. And so on my turn, am I using the elemental to push us more, or
No, we'll do that at initiative count 20. Essentially, with this group, it's right after Christopher's turn.
Okay.
Going forward.
Okay. So I'm not doing anything with him because he. Okay. So can I can I see everybody on the boat, or can I just like barely make out? Like if I'm looking at my actual vision on the map, I can actually only see the two guys at the back. Like I don't see anything beyond that. Is that
There are
You
4
can-
people. I will tell you there are 4 people on that boat.
Yeah, I would say you can see the boat, those first 2 boats pretty well. The other ones are pretty heavily obscured, like the boat with the parents.
okay? So this boat right in front of us is not the one with the parents on it.
Correct.
No, the boat with the parents is all the way up front.
Okay, cool. So then I'm gonna fireball this boat.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to hang the fireball back, otherwise you will hit the parent boat. I would say
like have it explode far enough back. Yeah, that for sure. Like because it's a
30-foot radius.
put 20-foot radius.
Oh,
So I only need it to go like, oh, I can do a radius tool now. You know, something like that.
yeah. So you can do that. Yeah.
A little further up.
If you want to go, you can
further
go
up?
1 further up, and it
Just a
will
little
hit everybody, and just
Yeah.
almost hit the other boat.
Okay. All right. This is where I'm fireballing.
Okay.
It's a deck save.
Deck save for everybody.
Yeah.
Let's see. We'll go with the 2 thugs. That's 11. That's a 10. And now we'll go for the other 2, which are where? Ooh. That's a 22, and I didn't bring up this guy's character sheet. 1 second. I have so many character sheets open. What's he get? +3. That's 2. So 3 failures and 1 success.
Okay. 23 is the full, and then half to the success.
Okay. Yeah, you see this fireball kind of explodes. It is far enough back that like they aren't getting like the full brunt of the like concussive part of the explosion, but you see flames lick up all of them, and they are relatively hurt, except for the one guy at the very end seems to have maybe avoided all damage.
Is the boat made of wood?
Yeah.
Because it ignites flammable objects that aren't being worn or carried.
Okay, well, it's on fire, and then it's in a river, so it immediately puts itself out.
Okay.
It is pretty waterlogged. I would say in this case, it's not going to burst into flames immediately.
All right, that's fair.
But how much damage did you say it was?
It's 23 for the full damage.
Yeah, so everyone takes 23 damage. Okay, that's your turn.
Mm-hmm.
That now brings it to Felix's turn. 1 second, I'll be right back. Heard people yelling at dog. Oakley swallowed an entire chicken wing yesterday, and I had to chase him around the house and give him the Heimlich, and he threw it up fully.
Oh.
It was, and of course, it wasn't like a small flat. It was like a way too big drumlet. And,
Yeah.
and it came out.
I've always wondered if I would be able to successfully give a dog the Heimlich. Was it hard?
No, and he was choking, so I just grabbed him and like pushed on his stomach and then karate chopped him in the neck.
Wow.
It was scary.
Damn, dude.
So So yeah, don't let your dogs eat a chicken wing. Be right back.
I'm debating. I think I'm gonna Eldritch Blast. I think because the only other thing I really have is a crossbow. And I get it's a 1d10 versus a 1d6 plus 3. So if I hit with the crossbow, my chances are what 4 as the minimum, and then it's a 1d10 for my Eldritch Blast because I'm only a level 3 warlock. So it'd be 1d10. So I could hit a 1 or a 2 or a 3, but it's a 70% chance I'll do better. So maybe I do that.
The average is
The average is higher. Well,
Yeah.
it might be a little higher with the short bow, actually. The crossbow.
What is the crossbow again? It's
1d6 plus, so 1d6, so it's average between what, 2 and 5. So it's usually probably 3 or 4.
Yeah, so it's actually it's a similar average, I guess.
Yeah. Oh well, I'll probably just do the Eldritch Blast because it's a cantrip. But I also wonder what you guys think of when we get a little bit closer to using the crossbows. We had the extra attachment put on it, and I can't remember what it's called. It
Oh.
has the hook on it. So we can try and hook onto the other boat when we get a little closer.
We could. We could. It might make more sense to hook the boat with your parents.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
When we
yeah,
get closer to that point.
Yeah.
As like a way to try and slow them down a little bit, maybe. Unless we get super close, who knows? Maybe we'll just come right up next to him.
We can also, I mean, we have options of either water elemental pushing us right up to the other boat. I can also just send the water elemental after them once we're in a certain range and like send it, push them back to us, basically.
That's a good idea too.
Or just attack them on the boat. Yeah, I could do all kinds of things with this.
Sick.
I just can't lose concentration or we're gonna have a fun fight.
Well, I think you're all right because you're in like the middle.
Yeah.
I don't think people really are looking. Maybe they are, but I wouldn't worry too much.
I'm almost leaning toward once we get close, just we move to rowing and send the elemental just to like give them hell.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
And what I'm leaning toward.
What did you roll, Chris? You rolled a 13, so that wasn't above 15.
Yeah, it's with the +8 too, so it's a crap roll.
Just waterlog this dude until he's like almost dying.
Okay. What are you doing, Felix?
I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast one of these two dudes closest to us. Whichever one is hurt worse.
Okie dokie.
I don't know which one failed their roll, so or passed their last roll.
Yeah, you wouldn't know that.
But it's gonna be,
So yeah, just which one? Left or right or back?
the right one in the back.
Yeah. Do you get 2 shots now?
No, I do not. Because I'm not at 5th level.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember if it was 5th level of Warlock or 5th level of period.
It doesn't say, but I mean, if it is 5th level period, then I would.
Yeah, let me just double check that.
That would be better.
It scales with character level.
Okay,
So you have
cool.
2.
So I have 2.
Yeah, all cantrips scale with character level, not class level. So, which is kind of weird, but I guess it's not weird because if you like took a level 1 of that, like, why would you ever do this thing? It's minimize
roll or not.
Okay. Okay, 2 damage to the one on the left.
Let's roll again. That was the second one. Oh.
And the second one hits the roof, and you just hear this like, and you see some crumbling stuff. Yeah, it is.
I think this is the first time I've cast this spell, which makes like, okay, well, it was super weak and badly aimed.
You were expecting the first one, but then when the second one suddenly like charged up to shoot, you're like, whoa, whoops.
You actually didn't know you had a second one, and just like, oh, accidentally like hit the trigger again. Actually,
I didn't know there were 2 barrels on this. Okay, anything else you want to do?
I don't think there's anything else I can do really. So
okay. Next up will be Mereth. Mereth is going to what is Mereth gonna do? He's just gonna fire 2 crossbow bolts off into the dark. So it would be targeted at you, Felix. That's not gonna hit. Yeah, there's no hits on that. So you just see these 2 crossbow bolts kind of flying out into the water ahead of you. It's just not quite far enough. Bandit Captain goes. He's going to try to paddle to get them going faster. He gets a natural 1. He is feeling very bad from that fireball.
Paddled to the wrong way.
Yeah, he paddles the wrong way, slows them down by 5 feet. Let's see, then we need the assassin. Is going to shoot over its crossbow bolt. It can. Oh, it's a light crossbow though. Are they within 80 feet? Yeah, they should be within 80 feet. Yeah, it's going to take a shot towards the front of the boat again. That's a 15 plus 6, 21 to hit you.
Oh yeah, that one's gonna hit me.
Yeah, you take 7 points of piercing damage. And make a Constitution saving throw. You take 10 points of poison damage. It's just this coursing, like just immediate, like migraine level headache as it hits you. The last
Is that a continual thing?
no, it's just like
Okay.
a short acting toxin. That will bring it to the thug's turn, who I think this thug is just going to try and paddle. That's not going to work, so they'll continue. And then Fel, your turn.
Hey, real quick, could we retcon one thing?
Yeah.
Since I didn't use my bonus action in my turn,
Uh-huh.
can I have my cunning action activated for my next turn, which gives me advantage on attack?
Oh, so you're going to take steady aim?
Yeah, steady aim. Sorry.
Okay. Yep. That makes sense.
Thank you.
Because you're not. Yeah, you aren't moving.
Yeah,
You're standing.
exactly.
You're standing still at the front of the boat. Yeah, Fel, your turn.
Well, from my far ass in the back of the boat vantage point, I can't see anyone.
I will say, with it being
Just throw your spear.
I don't want to lose it in the river.
Let me do something real quick. Can you see now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say, just for the sake of what the other things we were saying, you cannot see the front boat, but you can see the 2 back boats.
Okay, so that's 3 separate boats with 2, and then the 4.
Yes, but you can't see that 4-1, but you know that they were ahead of you.
Gotcha.
I still don't know what you can do from back here.
Maybe he has a better chance at
You have
paddling.
any spells that you can sling over that way? I know you're not really a spell slinger like Ryan, but
Okay. Maybe I have an idea here. Let's look at the spells again. When it hits with a weapon attack, that's not useful. I'm in a boat.
but also hold your action. Maybe give help to the water elemental on their next check.
Yeah, or you can just paddle yourself as well.
Yeah, probably was better to just paddle.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Brr, I'm a boat motor.
Vroom. You go an extra 15 feet this round, so you'll go a minimum of 35 depending on what the water elemental does. Okay, that brings it to this last thug's turn. He's going to try and paddle as well. Cocked. 16 plus what? Thug plus 2, 18, so they'll move up a little bit further. Okay, that brings it to Christopher's turn.
Yeah, I guess I still got nothing. I'll just keep paddling.
Okay.
Figured it out this time.
You're watching Fel just motor this boat. Yes.
Good.
And you are able to move it an extra 10 feet. So a total of 25 extra feet on this boat. Depending on what the water elemental does. Okay. That means the boats move. So make your roll for your
Well, hang on. Can we move the boat first? The 20 feet. What is it? How much feet do we get?
so you are at 20 feet plus 15 plus another 20 feet, 25 feet, so 45 feet.
So that would put us here, Ryan. If that changes your mind on anything you want to do.
Hmm.
Oh, the boat. You're outside the boat.
Yeah,
We
because
know where we're at.
at this point, we're to the boat. So like if I rolled and we did more.
They're moving at the same time, so let me move them all as well.
Oh, I see. Okay. I just like don't know how it works if we end up rolling for, we're not gonna pass the other boat, right? That wouldn't make sense.
Hold on. I have to rotate things.
Can you not like everything's attached, right? Like everybody's attached to the same cursor.
You can group them, but then I can't control HP and
Individuals.
things like
Oh,
that.
jeez.
So it's kind of a pain.
I mean, that does sound complicated.
Yeah. There's no, the fact that this thing works, period, sometimes I'm amazed by. Okay. That's kind of what here, this might help. Boat 1 is red. Boat 2 is pink. Boat 3 is green.
Okay. All right. I guess we're gonna push the boat some more. This makes sense.
Okay. So yeah, so it needs, so at the 16 plus 4, 20, it does move the boat an extra 20 feet. Or yeah. I had to come up with rules for this water elemental on the fly. So, oh,
20 feet would be here-ish.
yeah, so you guys have definitely caught up. So you're right about here. And this square that I thought was going to be cool can go away. Okay, that's the boat's movement turn. So we are now to this thug. This is the front thug. He is going to paddle. 15 is going to allow them to move. I'm going to retcon and say it makes more sense that if you paddle, you move that turn, because that can change what you would do. So they move 1. Okay.
If I ever have the elemental not push the boat and do something else, where would his initiative fall at the boat move?
Yeah, and he will always go at the boat move.
Okay.
I think that's just the simplest.
I mean, if we're gonna paddle, and that's like if 20 is the elemental, isn't that just the elemental's initiative at that point?
Yeah, it's the elemental's initiative, and it's when everyone else moves 20 feet no matter what.
Gotcha.
So,
Roger that.
That thug did his turn. Carrick, your turn.
Awesome. So I can. let's see. So see where my sphere, my circle lines up here. So this is, let's see. So these are two different boats. That's right. These are two different boats. They're small boats. And then the green boat is the one with the parents on it. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. 20 is a big radius for this.
Yeah, that problem of being a little too close.
Yeah.
Just do it however you want. Sharon and William, if they die, they die. I'll be devastated. But
So here's what I want to do is I would like to put a gravity sinkhole right here.
Oh, this old chestnut.
Point of order. I know you have spell sculpt around people, but how does
Yes.
that affect inanimate
Oh,
objects
yeah.
like
That is a good
boats?
question.
Make an Arcana check.
Yeah.
You would know, like, and you're thinking, like, have you seen this? You've seen this tear down a wall and throw a giant out of it in the Gulf scene. People are going to have a hard time holding on to the boat. So there is a very substantial danger of even you guys.
Yeah, because it's gonna pull
having
the
to
boat.
stay in the boat.
All right, maybe I'm smart enough to not do that then. That
Yeah,
would have been
you are
fun.
100% smart enough not to do that with a 19.
Okay. Well, never mind. That was gonna be fun. I guess I'm just gonna do another fireball. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna put it right. No, I'm gonna put it right there. And I'm gonna sculpt it around
Everyone.
our boat. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can get that 1, 2. You can get all 4 of you. Technically, it would be 5 with the water elemental.
Okay. Okay. And then this would maybe hit the dude in the back of the green boat too.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll it up a level. I'm gonna do level 4.
Okay. Jesus criminy. 35. 29 is a good ass roll. So 35 damage.
Yeah.
Let's see. So that is a critical success for the assassin, which takes no damage. That's a 19 for the bandit captain, so he takes half. That's a 14 plus 0 failure for the thug. Failure for the thug. Failure for the thug. So the 3 thugs. This one is about at death's door.
Oh, and I can add my intelligence modifier to a damage roll. So let's do that.
Okay.
Which is 4.
Yeah, so that guy's gone. Or I shouldn't do that. I should put an X on him because he's still in the boat. Do. Oh. Gone. So your intelligence modifier is +4.
Yeah.
Okay, so a total of 39 damage. So on the back 2 boats, there's one guy who looks completely unhurt, who like ducked down into the water and then pulled himself back up to avoid this fireball, especially after seeing the first one. The other guy, in the boat, is looking very, very bad. Okay. What you would notice, though, Felix, as this explosion goes off, suddenly, there becomes a globe of darkness
Oh, son
all
of a bitch.
all up this area, like as if make a, I'll say, Felix, make a perception check. 22. You see, like, as this, like, the flame ignites the room, gives you good light, you see this thing that almost looks like an upside down umbrella locked to the top of the ceiling, and then it opens up, and just suddenly inky black darkness that you cannot see through appears.
Okay, so it's not drow.
No, it is not that would just be the worst luck.
Yeah.
The drow trying to infiltrate coming this way as you're going this way. That would have been funny, but okay. That brings it. Anything else you want to do, Garrett?
No.
Okay, Felix, your turn.
All right. I'm gonna take a crossbow to the guy here. Well, actually, can I tell which one's been most injured? It's the thug or this other dude?
Yeah, the one in the red boat looks like the one in the pink boat is the one you just saw, like, jump out of the boat and avoid everything.
Okay.
And come back in.
All right, I'm gonna take a crossbow attack against that guy at advantage.
Yep.
It's gonna be 29 or 25, so that's 9 damage.
Yeah. It goes straight through his neck and he expires, and this boat is now just listing around. And like it was so close to the edge, it's just like falling off. It is an obstacle, you have to kind of maneuver around it, but
Okay.
It will continue doing that, but he is dead.
Great. Now here's the next question I have. Can I jump to this boat? And if I do, will that use extra movement, or I assume it'll be a check, like an acrobatics check or something.
Yeah, you'll make an acrobatics check to see if you can get there.
And then what is my movement in water?
It would be half speed.
Half speed. Okay. I'm gonna jump to this boat.
Okay, make an acrobatics check. It's only 10 feet, but it's a little higher because there is just a dead body sitting in it.
Jesus Christ.
Okay,
I am gonna hit the side of that boat.
You hit the side of that boat. You hit your head on it, and you take. Oh, sorry, wrong. You take
Giving Fabian Seacaster vibes.
2 points
How much?
of damage if you
2?
just hit your head against it.
Cool.
And
Okay.
but you aren't even able to hang on. You are in the water behind it as it's floating away.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the L and say that I won't get extra movement because I think that makes more sense thematically.
Yeah, you are just floating behind the boat at this point.
Okay.
Mereth. Okay, this is where things get interesting for me to manage. Mereth is encased in darkness, completely confused. He's just going to, let's see if he noticed the thing before it shot out its darkness. 10 plus 13 versus its stealth, which is 3. Oh yeah, he did notice. So he, like, as this darkness is exuding out, you see, I guess you see, like, he looks up and shoots his crossbow straight up, which is going to be 29 plus 4 or plus 7 is 16. That definitely hits. And does what's 9 plus 8?
17.
7
9 plus 8?
or 17. 17.
I'm pretty sure it's 16.
Oh,
9.
you're right. Wow. We're both wrong. Jesus.
Nine plus 8 is 17.
Wait,
Yeah.
oh, I said 8. I said 7 in my
Jesus
head.
Christ.
Looking at it. We're all idiots. 17 damage to this thing that you see for a second and is now completely shrouded in darkness. Just for sake of me not having to move things back and forth, pretend you don't see these 4 things.
I am fully immersed. I do not see them.
I do not see them. I'm fully immersed by these black circles you drew. And you see this thing, or you don't see this thing, but it wiggles and shrieks, and you're all as it is hit by this crossbow bolt. Okay. Next up is the bandit captain, who is dead as disco. The assassin, I guess at this point, having seen the fireball come from you, is going to take a shot at Carrot. Oh my gosh. Gotta do better than that, dude. That's a 10 to hit. 9 to hit.
Oh.
Dude, this 100% would have broken concentration.
I know, that would have been interesting.
So it whizzes by as you like kind of like duck down, and you just you're going like, oh, son of a bitch. But with its movement, it's going to no, I can't even reach you there. It's going to make a bonus action to try to reload its crossbow. It needs a 15. It's a 12 plus 3. That's exactly 15. It's going to take another shot at you. It's cocked. That's a 19. That's going to hit you. Yep. 19 plus 7, 26. Or plus 6, 25.
Okay, so that hits.
Okay,
So,
you are going to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Hmm.
12 is not going to make it. Okay. 10.
how much damage do I take?
I'm telling you right now. 10, 16, 21, 4, 28 plus 8. 33 points of damage.
Jesus.
As this thing catches you right in the chest. Oh no, you actually did make that check.
I did?
You get the plus 3 from Fel for being in his aura.
Oh, thank God.
So
I still take all that damage though.
You take 9 points of piercing damage, and then this is what's halved. 9 10 plus 6 is 16, 21, 22, 23, 24, 28 in half is 14. So 14 plus 9 is
23.
23 points of damage. You need to make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration on your water elemental.
Okay. And are we using my roll or no?
No, this is another roll.
Oh. Wait, did I take 30 something and 20 something?
No, you took the 20. The 20.
23.
23 is what you actually took.
Okay.
And now you make a DC 12 concentration check.
I don't understand why making 2 concentration checks.
So the Constitution saving throw was for the poison.
Oh, that wasn't even the concentration check. Okay.
No, you did that. That was to have the poison damage.
Okay. Jeez. Okay. So concentration check is what? Just a D20 or?
It's a Constitution saving throw.
A Constitution saving throw. Okay.
DC 12.
No.
Nope, you still make it. You get your +3.
Oh, thank God.
Both of them.
Both
MVP
times
spells
saved by that.
standing there.
Jeez, dude. Okay.
Okay, you maintain concentration on that. Next up is the dead thug. He's gone. Speaking of, it is your turn, Fel, as you just watched your friend get totally rocked. So. Oh, wait. Okay.
Hello? Del?
Yeah, I'm observing angles.
Mm.
I will help paddle. I mean, I guess I assume. Wait, is Felix in the water or on the boat?
He is in the water.
I'm in the water. Don't worry about it.
Theoretically,
Unattached to the boat.
theoretically, I could maybe shoot something at that one blue guy.
Yeah.
Do it. He's a bastard.
Yeah, he just beat the shit out of our friend with a crossbow.
With a crossbow.
Who is this dude?
It's amazing what you have at your disposal when you're a crime boss.
Let me make sure. So, I guess I've never thought of it this way. If I do the voltage lightning bolt thing, it is 60 feet long, which should get there, but 5 feet wide. Is it 5 feet? I've always observed it horizontally, but is it a cone of 5 feet? Like, would it also hit Felix in the water?
It will not hit Felix in the water.
Okay.
Shooting it above. He is.
I'm by the boat. Like you'd have to throw it high enough to like clear the boat. You're not gonna hit me.
Yeah, here we'll just put him here to make it make more sense.
Okay.
He's at that part of the boat.
All right, so I will lightning beam from voltage at him. So, DC 15 deck saving throw.
Okay. That's 14.
Okay, for D6 lightning damage.
Okay. So 17. Okay, it hits him in the chest. He kind of like is able to half dodge it. So you would have the idea that it definitely hit him and did some damage, but maybe not quite as much as you thought. So
okay.
Yep, that's that. Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay. Christopher, your turn.
I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna jump.
Yeet.
Make a general, no matter what you're gonna make it, but this will make an acrobatics check to see how well you land on the boat. Yeah, you land sure-footed. You land, honestly, you jump up and land and just pretty much smash the head of the dead thug in the boat. And yeah, you are now standing there in front of this guy who immediately goes wide-eyed.
What would be the what, like, if I want to reach down and get Felix? Is that a bonus
That would
action?
be
or-
that would be your action
That'd
to
be an
get.
action.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
and
Okay.
you would be very cramped on this boat.
Yeah, I'll just give him a good little encouraging nod as I swing my mace at this guy.
Okay, take your 2 swings.
Yeah, reckless.
Okay,
Is that
absolutely hits. Yep, just 2 giant swings against this thing. You're like takes it like it was still like coming up from the lightning bolt that just hit it, and just looks as you just clock it in the ribs, and then come swing back around, just hit it straight in the sternum. That is how many damage total? 19, 21 plus 7 plus 20, 49 points of damage. No, 41 points of damage in 2 hits. Get the fuck out of here.
Is he still alive?
Yes.
Okay, I'm taking the extra one too. My Orcish Fury.
Okay, you're taking your Orcish Fury attack. Okay, one more attack. Yep, that hits. So 41 plus 1 is 42, plus 3 is 45, plus 12 is
57.
57. Guy's still up, but not by
yeah.
much.
Son of a bitch.
It would be pretty wild to solo like in almost 3 hits and DC 8 monster. Although in Dimension 20, Gorgug soloed a purple worm in the last episode, and it was the most amazing thing that I have ever seen in my entire life.
I still got my still got one more possible if you try my ancestral protectors. I think I might be able to use another bonus if you try
What is Orcish? Is Orcish Fury? You can take an attack as a bonus action, or what does Orcish Fury say?
Oh, that was an additional time. Roll one of the weapon's damage dice an additional time and add its extra damage of the weapon damage.
Oh, okay. So that didn't actually do that last set of damage. That wasn't for a third attack. That was for roll 1d6.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
So
one of the weapons damage dice an additional time. Okay, never mind.
So 1d6. It does 1 extra d6 damage.
Got
So
it.
just roll that. And then we subtract that from 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it gets 11 health back.
Okay.
Okay. Still looking really bad. So let me highlight these guys. Okay. Right, Christopher. Okay. So with that, that's the end of your turn. There's nothing you can do with your spirit.
Not yet. No.
Yeah. That brings it to a creature you cannot seize turn, who is does something that you don't see. 1 Let's see. What do you think your parents' AC is? 10? You think your parents have any fighting ability?
Well, I think Sheila does.
Okay.
I think her AC is like 12.
Okay. She gets a little bit of dexterity bonus. Your dad has a little bit of the dad pouch, so he is not as quick as he used to be.
Yeah, he's got a 10.
Still does. So yeah, it doesn't hit. So you just hear this splash into the water up ahead of you, but it's in total darkness, so you don't know. The boats are now going to move. So, oh my lorsh, this is getting. Five, 10, 20. Okay, that boat moves. You are just now entering the darkness, Christopher. Right now, I'm just going to delete this dude. This one just rams up into the side right here. Felix, you're floating behind. You're just going to go 10. And then the other two of you on the boat are going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. And then go ahead and roll for or take the water elemental's turn.
Yeah.
You cannot see anything that direction.
Yeah, just pure blackness.
Oh,
So-
actually, let me roll real quick because that one did get hit. And got hit for 16 points of damage, so it needs some 10. Okay, no, the darkness is still remaining.
Okay. So how does moving through the darkness work?
It moves, you can move just fine, you just cannot see anything. And it's magical darkness. This is like what the drow did, where like your dark vision doesn't help. The water elemental, I don't think has anything it can do with that.
Mm-hmm.
No, it just has dark vision, so it would be completely blind underneath in the water.
In the water as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the sphere of darkness goes underneath the water.
Okay. Okay. Well. I'm just trying to yeah, I mean, I guess we can just blindly charge through the darkness, but I don't love that idea. I don't know. What do you think, Thel? Are we charging?
I can't. I mean, I'm behind a wall and I'm in a darkness.
Here, I'll move you, Thel, just so you can see what happens around the corner. Those circles are the circles of darkness. You are just watching as Christopher is disappearing into this darkness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I forget that you can't see what I see. You were in that corner and you couldn't see shit.
I just say I'm a boat motor. Brr.
Okay.
There's nothing else I could do back where I am.
Yeah. Okay, so are you gonna move it?
I guess
And
so.
you could-
Is there any? Can I pick up Felix into the boat before I do this, or no?
That would be the action of the thing. To go put Felix back in the boat.
Don't worry about me.
Okay.
Take your turn. I'll figure something out.
Okay. Well, Boat motor go burr, I guess.
Okay, roll it up.
Could I use a reaction
To
to catch the boat?
make a dexterity check as it goes by.
Nope.
No.
Sure can't.
No, you certainly can. You certainly tried. So 15, that is the base. So you're going to be able to go an extra 10 feet.
And it's plus 4, so 19, right?
Yeah, 19, but it needs to be 20. It's up every 5.
Okay.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
There's a boat right next to Felix too, right? Like he's got another boat to.
And
Yeah,
a boat
there
with
is
bodies.
also, you are also next to the dead person boat.
You talking to me? I'm not getting in there.
Felix, there's the sad dead boat. Okay, but that now actually makes it your turn, Carrot.
Is that where we moved to? How much more did we go?
10.
Oh, okay. That's not okay. Well, I can't see shit. I don't know what I would possibly do.
You could just throw a sinkhole in there. Who knows what'll happen?
I mean, I'm very tempted, but
kill everybody.
probably will.
This is magical darkness, so you could potentially dispel magic on these things. On the darkness.
Yeah, I could try dispel magic. I do have that prepared this time.
Yeah, you can definitely. This is you would recognize this without even a check. You guys have seen this magical darkness in multiple locations. It's like you know what your eyes should be able to see, and it has to be magic to be blocking you. So you can try and dispel the effect.
I'm gonna attempt to spell magic.
Okay, darkness is a low level spell. It is. I hate that you cannot select. Oh, the drawing's on a different layer. Fuck. Nope, it's not. Maybe it is.
1/3 of our game is Scott complaining about the layers in Roll20.
1/3 of all games is
Yeah, I get it.
The real battles, yeah. Thought.
Well, it's because it's a vector image. Like it'd be fine. I just can't select that circle without selecting all the other tokens. Because it's a vector image, so it's not the circle. It is like that entire. There's like the middle of that circle is also selected. So okay, that first circle is gone. You can now see pretty clearly like this one little like umbrella upside down thing, like that's coming out of the water and heading back up towards the ceiling, and this other one that is just attached to the ceiling that is opened up, whose magic seems to just have disappeared. So
okay, so I can see what now? What can I actually
see? You can see everything in that first circle.
Okay. Okay. So what are these? What are these creatures that I see then?
They look like upside down umbrellas.
Oh, okay. I see.
One of them flying back up to the ceiling, one of them attached to the ceiling.
I see. I understand. Okay.
Okay.
And that was
your action.
That was my action. Yeah. Okay. So I can't do anything else. Okay.
Okay. That brings it to this guy's turn to He's going to stay right where he is, make an attack on, let's see. I'm making an attack on Mereth. 15 plus 3. Mereth is going to use. Okay. Nope, Mereth, you hear another splash into the water up ahead of you. Jeez, Maurice. Dark mantles, you're not doing anything. Felix, that's your turn.
So again, my movement would be, you said, is halved.
Yes, it is halved.
Okay. This one.
So you can move a total of 40 feet using your, or technically you can move a total of
80.
60 feet if you use your action, bonus action, and movement.
Okay. I would like to, let me see here. I'm going to go 40 feet into the darkness and see where I come up. So I know this is kind of weird, so I kind of want to do like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, so 12 spots ish within the circle. Can I roll like a d12 to see where I end up?
Yeah.
See shit.
Yeah.
Because I can use my movement to get through this, so I'd end up somewhere in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll a d6.
Okay.
Okay, you end up right here.
Okay, so that is 40 feet.
Yeah. When you come up, you can see nothing.
That's fine. Can I feel the boat?
Let's have you make a, since it's moving, just make a dexterity check.
Jesus, here we go again.
Feel around. You feel as it is moving away. You are just like your like fingertips are on it. So you could probably grab onto it, but you would not be able to climb inside of it this turn.
Okay. I'd like to just grab onto it then.
Okay, yeah,
And,
you are
consider that my turn.
You are attached to the boat, and that's your turn. That brings it to Mereth's turn. Mereth is gonna like look behind him and just go fuck and start paddling. Wow, Mereth gets a 17, so you guys all move forward 5 feet. Okay. As you do move forward, though, you feel like this claw scrape against you as the dark mantle that tried to attack is moving up into the sky again. So, that's Mereth's turn. Yep, that's the assassin's turn, which is going to take its 2 short sword attacks on you, Christopher. That's a 10 plus 6, 16.
Nope, does not hit.
And a 9 plus 6, 15. Like its eyes like are just reacting to suddenly having been in the darkness and now seeing its torch lit up again. It like almost scares it. And misses its 2 attacks on you, which is very bad for it. That will bring us to the next dark mantle. That one's going to fly over, and now you can see it coming in. It is going to attack you, Christopher. Fucking A. I don't think that a 11 is going to hit. So it splashes down onto the boat and is just like standing there like wiggling. So just imagine that this weird thing is like in between you and the guy on the boat. Kind of playing loosey-goosey with distances as far as the boats go. The grid is actually how far you're moving, but the boats it's kind of hard to put you 4 people when every square is supposed to be 5 feet. You aren't on a 20-foot boat. Okay, that's you, Thel. You can see up to that second circle.
Up to the edge of the second circle?
Yeah. You see those 2 like umbrella-like creatures flying, like, or I guess really just one that's flying up and like reattached itself to the ceiling, and the other one that's in between Christopher and the assassin.
I will. Yeah, I'll just help paddle the boat.
Okay, paddle the boat. 21, that allows you to move 10 feet forward. 5, 10. So the front of your boat is like right connected to the back of their boat. And that's your action. If you have a bonus action you want to do.
No.
Okay. Dark Mantle, this last one. We will roll a d4. See who it attacks. 1 attacks Mereth. 12 plus. Nope. You hear another sploosh as these things just can't seem to land on their targets. That brings it to you, Christopher.
All right, reckless attack, and this guy again.
Okay. Yep. So that's 15 plus that's 19.
Still alive?
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
I mean, not a big deal. You smoosh his brain in. You don't just smoosh his brain. You hit him to the side, and he flies off to the side, and is now just kind of sinking down into the water because of all the stuff he has on him. Just
Right.
bobbing there.
That's everything then.
Okay.
Maybe I'll just move up to the front of the boat.
Okay.
Where he was.
Oh, there's the torch there too. Okay. Next up is a dark mantle. This dark mantle is going to plummet down and start devouring the dead body in the water. So for all intents and purposes, he is out of combat. He found his food, so. Okay, next up is the boat's move. So this boat one, two, three, 4. Move these guys back here. There we are. This boat is just you. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are now in the darkness. And then this boat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you and Thel are both in the darkness as well.
Okay.
What's the water elemental do?
Water elemental is sick of this shit. And he is going to leave the boat, and he's gonna try to catch up to the lead boat. How can this be done given the blindness?
Make a perception check with disadvantage. It gets a +0, so just straight d20.
Okay. Disadvantage.
Yeah. So with an 11, I'm going to say it can take half of its movement as it's bumping into the wall and just kind of getting confused. So 1. Oh,
that's 45 because it gets a swim of 90.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But it is still in total darkness.
Okay. Can it? It's near that boat. Can it feel the boat?
I would say with that 11, it cannot.
It cannot feel the boat. Okay. Okay. I guess it can't do anything if it doesn't know the boat is there. Okay.
Okay, next up is your turn. Just sitting in the darkness.
Just sitting in the darkness. Just gonna paddle, I guess.
Okay, make a strength check.
It's gonna be good for me. Oh.
Perfect form.
Perfect form, but the muscles still aren't there. It's still just a 19. You move forward 5 feet. We'll say you actually only move forward 5 feet because you bump into Christopher's boat. You're creating kind of a log jam here. Well, here we'll actually put you over here because Chris's boat is technically longer than that. Yeah, you bump in, you're like resituating yourselves in the darkness. Okay, that's the next Dark Mantle's turn. With that Dark Mantle now back up on the ceiling, is going to take an attack on you, Christopher, in the darkness. That's an 11 plus 5, 16, which doesn't hit. It splooshes into the water as your boat starts going over it. And it kind of flies out to the side and gets back up on the wall. That's you, Felix. You're hanging onto the boat. You can see now. Or no, you're like right on the edge. You're muted.
I'm gonna move forward a little bit and climb into
Okay,
the boat.
you move forward a bit. Takes 10 feet of movement for you to move that far as you're kind of holding onto the boat, trying not to tip it over.
I'm gonna climb in.
Okay. As you climb in, you kind of have to like shove your mom and dad back.
That's fine.
As you full like Navy SEAL your way into this thing.
And then I'm just gonna threaten Mereth and say time is up. And if you don't, bad things will happen if we don't make it back.
Okay, make an intimidation check.
Great. Let's see.
Okay, 14. He'll do an insight check, which is plus.
Is this a free action
To
talk to him?
I'd say because you had to pull yourself up in.
Okay.
Like this is a free action, but pulling yourself up in and getting like all situated. Yeah. So
That's
be intimidating as you're just completely waterlogged and just like stop. That's a natural 1, and he just kind of goes, didn't quite go how I thought it would. So okay. And just puts his hands up. However, the boats are going to continue going. He's not going. He sits down, and that is what he does.
Can I tie him up?
I
got some rope. Christopher has rope.
Christopher has rope. I would say you can't tie him up right now.
That's fine.
You've used your 6 seconds. But
I heard rope, and I'm just shouting in the darkness, like, I got the rope.
Mereth, with that persuasion or intimidation check, Mereth essentially skips his turn. The assassin is dead. This Dark Mantle. Oh, which one was that? It's this one. Is going to fly over to your dad, which is the closest one it can get to. Is going to make an attack. Just once, Dark Mantle, please. That's a 16. I hit something with the Dark Mantle. As you watch, as you look behind you, One second, gotta charge my phone. You look behind you as this one of those umbrella creatures. You finally get a better look at it. It has this big yellow, like weird eye. It truly does just look like an upside down umbrella. It plummets down and just that umbrella part just wraps around and closes itself on your father. He's going to take 1 point of damage, but he is completely engulfed. Can't attack can attack no other creature except the target, but has advantage on this attack. It's 0. He can try to get himself off. He also can't breathe while being held in this thing's grasp. So there is that. Belle, that is your turn. You're just in the darkness. You just bumped into another boat. Just doing what you do. You just like, you paddle so hard, you spin the other boat around like a cartoon, and you move forward another 20 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, and you move forward to that part where you run into another boat and just like, what the fuck is going on?
I mean, it's all dark and I'm not in front of the boat. I just hear slams and stuff, but I can't. I'm just.
Yeah,
Doop,
you're just
doop, doop, doop.
that's the last dark mantle. Which one? Oh, that's the yeah. Don't worry about him. He's not doing anything. Christopher, you're up.
I guess I heard people paddling, so I'll paddle too.
Okay. Go ahead and paddle. Yep. There's a complete log jam. You're like at an amusement park where all the boats are trying to get in at the same point, and someone has to just like be out there kicking them because no one knows what they're doing. So yep, that is that. This is the last dark mantle who is too far away to do anything. Now the boats move. So we'll move the first boat. Up there. Felix's mom needs to go. Felix, this guy can just go away. Felix's mom can go in here. This boat 20 goes there. This boat goes 5, 10, 15, 20. You guys have all appeared from the darkness. And all that you have for it is one umbrella guy on top of someone in the other boat. What does the water elemental do?
It's gonna keep going after that lead boat. It's still in the darkness, I guess.
So it's gonna make a perception check, much lower DC because it's only in the darkness for a little bit. $17. Yes, it can move. Where do you want it to go? It can move up to 90 feet in whatever direction you want.
I mean, it's trying to catch up to the boat. I had initially told it to try to go stop the boat. I guess it wouldn't know anything that has.
So it wants to get like in front of the boat and try to stop it.
Yeah.
Okay.
My initial thought was that it was gonna attack enemies in the boat, but Mereth has surrendered, so yeah.
So you don't know that he's surrendered.
Oh, I guess
I
that's
mean,
true.
I'm sitting there like
Yeah.
he
You're
looks
sitting there trained with like magic crackling in your hand or that. Make an intelligence check for the water elemental because its last command was just to attack enemies on the boat.
So that's gonna be a D20
D20
minus
minus
3.
3.
Uh-oh.
A 0.
Okay.
It pops up and goes, "Oh!" and make a just roll a d4 for me. 1 to 2, it hits Mereth. 2 to 4, it or 1 and 2, 3 and 4, it hits the dark mantle that's eating the guy, because that's an obvious enemy.
Okay.
A 3, okay. Roll an attack. Roll it slam attack. 2 of them.
2 of them. Okay. So that would be
D20 plus 7.
E20 plus 7. Oh my goodness.
I don't know. Are you guys gonna make it to the second part of this map?
Not sure. Okay, so first one.
Absolutely hits.
Second one.
Actually hits.
Okay.
So now roll what?
2d8.
48 plus 8.
Yeah,
And
48.
both.
48 plus 8. Jesus.
Yeah, this thing gets water uppercutted off of Felix's dad into the sky and slams up on the ceiling and then falls down into the water dead. You would notice this almost immediately. Felix, your dad is unconscious.
Okay.
Like the thing comes off and he just slumps to the ground. Okay. That will bring it to, well, I guess with that, actually, that's when that was supposed to happen. Okay. Next. Carrick's turn.
So
you just watch the thing gets uppercutted off of the dad. The dad slumped down. Your boat is essentially attached to their boat at this point.
okay. So do I recognize that Mereth is not a
You
threat?
see him sitting down on the front of the boat.
Okay.
So you can make an insight check on that. Make an insight check on that. You are a pretty murderous human or elf.
Yeah, you've
So-
you've lightninged people in the street for less, much less.
Fair enough.
For being mean to a guy after a drinking game. Yeah, you're even able to put together like Mereth is not looking like a threat right now.
Okay. I mean, I guess I'll just paddle up. I don't know what to do here. There's nothing I can do. There's no one to murder. I got nothing to do.
So yeah, you can just hold an action. You can.
Yeah, maybe I'll hold an action. I'm prepared to firebolt any further enemies, but I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's this guy. This guy doesn't matter. Felix, that's your turn.
I think all I really want to do is try and ask what the plan was. And I don't know how we're gonna get out of here, so maybe we can get directions on how to get out of here. Back.
Just to be clear, your dad is dying behind you.
Okay, he's dying. Well, I don't have anything to heal him. I might have. I don't know if I have any healing potions with me.
But you can try to stabilize him. So just because we've never really had to deal with you guys going unconscious very much.
How does this work mechanically again? This happens so infrequently.
I guess I will go ahead and try it and do that.
Okay, make a medicine check.
I don't think I've ever rolled this.
10. That is enough to stabilize him. So your dad is no longer making death throws, but is still unconscious, which is good because he failed his first one. I don't want to kill your dad.
Eh,
Um,
tragedy's good story.
yes. Let's see what's next. But you are like that's your action. As a bonus action, you can talk to him like, "What's the plan? How do we get out of here?"
Yeah, I want him to like understand that he's got no real choice in the matter. He's either going to die or he's going to go back to the gentleman.
Okay. It's like, I didn't quite go how I thought it would. Should have not thought that it was. You guys did good in the vault, I guess. Really had us going that it was those punk silver hands. It was just sloppy enough to be similar to other things that have happened in that place. So, well, I guess the plan was to kill everyone in there, ride these boats out to the outside of the city and come back in and kind of take over and continue with essentially pinning it on you and Ophelia. Let's let Rufus take over back up in Shady Creek. Well, I guess that's not happening anymore. Let me take over here and kind of finally get out of the little piddly business I do in Deastock. Yes, the idea was to ride out here into the sunset. As you can see, I had help with me in case you ran into, as you saw, the monsters in these tunnels. But seems you made short work of all that. So
We are not
hands
here
up.
to fuck around.
Hands up. Oh, you need a vacuum. Okay. That's kind of details of the plan was just to go out that way, but that's kind of kaput, and he just sits down and sullenly looks down at the ground. That's his turn. That's the next Dark Mantle's turn, which is out of play. So for all intents and purposes right now, we are out of combat. I need to go to the bathroom. You guys are going to continue going down the river every 6 seconds. So think about what you want to do from here as you have more or less ended this combat. Halfway through the river.
That's definitely disappointed we didn't get to some colossal thing at the end of this river that would have fucked us up.
Okay. Okie dokie. What are you guys doing?
I think we all need to pile into one boat or two. I guess we have two boats because we have too many people. And we just make our way out. So forward.
Do you want to go forward?
I guess we could go back, but then we'd have to worry about those monsters again. But I mean, I don't know. We
Yeah,
go
up to
forward, or
you.
we can go all the way back.
Yeah, going all the way back is the way you can do it. Would say that
Do we run the risk of Mereth trying to escape if we go this way? I'm not asking you because you don't have to tell us.
I'm like, yeah.
I think we don't. Yeah, let's stick to try to go back the way we came. Right? There's definitely stuff further down this river.
Why would you think that?
Yeah, that's why.
Is that Chris Chapman thinking or Christopher thinking?
No, this is Christopher getting his ass kicked every time he said it.
I think it's a more efficient thing to do would be to go back.
And we
Yeah.
have a water elemental to push us that way. So
Yeah, for sure.
this is Christopher on trying to figure out how many rages to do. Knowing I always need one more than I want.
Okay. With that, yeah, are you guys just gonna try and power back as fast as you can? I'm just gonna start deleting things from this. For right now, all the magical darkness is gone. So just know that you can see everything.
I
tossed up some rope, by the way.
Okay, I tie out Mereth.
Okay, make a knot tying check.
Okay, sleight of hand. Here we go.
Yeah, he's contained.
Can we say it's a knot that he can't escape, but if so he needs to, he can swim?
He'll have his legs.
What's that?
I said, yeah, you can allow him to have his legs so that he could kick.
Okay.
Pseudo tread water.
Yeah, he'd be able to tread.
I'm not really sure that we need to worry about his ability to swim.
Just drag him behind, yeah. Just
Okay. Yeah. So you would know that there are a couple more of those monsters. On
Can
the
I
way.
just take the lead and smack some as I see them?
Yeah. From where you're kind of standing, like someone has to essentially have been sitting here this entire time, rowing against the current. So who has been doing that while you make this plan?
Are we all in the same boat now? Or
No,
can
it would be you have two boats.
we have two boats?
I guess yeah, your boats are kind of like together and people are like trying to keep them. Who wants to be in what boat?
Well, we need at least one big boy in each boat. Because I don't trust myself or Carrick to row effectively.
Okay, and I would say that the water elemental at this point is like just like able to maintain these boats staying there. Otherwise, you guys would have all been floating as you do boat switches.
All right, so let's put Sheila. No, I'm going in with Sheila.
Okay,
That makes sense.
Just arrange yourselves how you want the boats to be.
Okay,
I'm just going to put everyone out into their own squares.
I think it'll be me, Mereth, Christopher, and Sheila, and then the other two with William.
Okay. So Sheila here, Christopher in the back, Mereth.
And then let's we like tie the boats together so if the water element pushes one, it kind of brings another. Is that a good idea?
Yeah, you can lash them together. Do you have enough rope?
Oh, I got enough rope. I have 5 silk ropes. I have 2 hempen ropes. We'll have used 2 hempen ropes at this
You
point.
just have just miles of rope.
Charlie Branson's always got rope.
No, we want to move him here, him here, him here, him here. Actually, well, yes. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. And the water elemental is going to be able to like essentially move you very slowly up there, especially now that it would be as you were moving like 20 before going up, you're only getting like 5 feet against this current from the water elemental pushing. So you can help and check, like, but if you're doing that, you're probably not watching out for the dark mantles. So
What are you talking? Who is helping and checking?
you
So
guys
anybody
tell
can.
me how are you guys getting back up there. You know that there are monsters coming back up this way. TJ's able to move. So okay, now since you're lashed together, we got to do some math about how this works. I'd say it's okay. With that, both you're able to, and both of you make Constitution saving throws. Because if you can keep up this pace, then you'll be moving 10 feet upstream, essentially forever. Okay, you're both going to have to make another strength roll after like halfway. You're not getting exhausted yet, but okay, you're about here.
It's gonna take fucking forever.
I mean, really, it's the only thing you really need to do is get past where you knew that the monsters were.
Okay.
What is everyone's passive perception?
I got 15.
I also have 15.
Okay, I think those are the
12, yeah.
okay, yeah. It's you guys keep going.
Let's do it again. Athletics.
I'll say, yeah, do another athletics check. Okay, so 16 from Christopher. Thel's athletics is probably a 30. No, 21. Okay, your guys are moving at a slightly faster clip. Make another Constitution saving throw to see if you can maintain this. So I guess both of them, or at least yours, Christopher, gets a +3 because of being next to Thel. Thel's automatically adds the +3, but
All right.
it doesn't automatically. No, yeah, your +7 is with 4 +3. Okay. Yep, you guys are motoring on ahead. Let's make a. Are you guys just trying to go as fast as possible?
Keeping an eye out if I need to swing.
Okay. Well, this one.
Or tell Carrick to launch something. That's something.
Yeah. Okay. So you have made it about halfway. That darkness is all gone. That first dark mantle you got by. Everyone that's not rowing, make a stealth check. You guys are fine. You guys navigate back up through this tunnel perfectly. vroom, vroom, vroom. You all made it out. Good job.
What did we spoil on your on the other side of this?
Well, there was a branching path. One side had waterfalls that if you were going down, you had to make athletics checks to stay in the boat. The other side had kind of like a cache that had a trap in it that would have dropped rocks on you. And then you got into kind of like a pool that kind of swirled around where there was a cave troll that, if you were too loud, would have heard you. So you got out of a lot.
That water elemental. Yeah.
No, it's the water elemental is what made the difference.
And didn't turn on us that we were having to fight
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
No,
So
it
you had to
came
fight that
close.
too. I was
Came
I
close.
was that was
I was a little scared.
you know, Fell, although not hitting anything, is the MVP just because of his aura.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Carrick's the idea of the water elemental.
Yeah.
Really,
So-
really, really smart.
Good job. Well, glad I drew this whole map.
Scott, I appreciate all the work that you put into that we just bypassed.
We knew.
No, it's fine.
We could feel
it. I enjoyed it. I was going to do this all theater of the mind, but when we played with Ryan on Wednesday, it failed so quickly that we're like, we have to draw a map because no one could tell what was going on. And I'm like, there are like 45 moving pieces here. So, okay. So you guys are all for what are you melody? We'll move you guys. I guess you're back at the gentleman's hideout, but we'll just move you to. Oh, nope. I just want to move that. Oh. Okay. Here you are. You guys come out of all of this. God, that's not even the one I wanted either. You guys are at the gentleman's hideout. You're able to move through. You see people have kind of converged into all this underworks as you stop there. How long is your water elemental last?
Up to 1 hour.
Up to 1 hour?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would say you all it takes probably 20-ish minutes to get all the way back. Just fighting this river, and after you get past the where the monsters are, you can kind of slow it down and not completely exhaust yourselves. Mereth is just looking completely defeated. Like, you can almost see, like, in his brain, he's just like trying to think, how do I get out of this? Because right now he obviously cannot get out of it. He will be murdered within seconds. So he is sitting there. You guys get back to the underworks. You see,
Can I just do like casual intimidation glances just so he doesn't?
Yeah, make an intimidation check.
Yeah, just to not think of anything.
Yeah, that is the second. While being intimidated, he rolled a natural 1. He knows he's fucked. He's quite a smart guy. He knows what's up. So anyways, you guys get the underworks. Like, you saw all those dead bodies as you were running through. You see people kind of collecting them and figuring out what's next. There's kind of like the 4 or 5, 6 like people that were just killed by the gloom runners on this whole thing, just kind of like laid up against a wall while they with like a sheet over them. You see the gloom runners themselves have been packed up just like on a different wall, no sheet, just kind of exposed to the world. Saxon, whose head basically doesn't exist anymore. The other ones just kind of bled out and run through by swords and magic. I don't remember how you killed everybody, but and you guys can kind of go back. Your parents, Felix, your dad is still unconscious pretty much, but stable, breathing just fine. If anyone wanted to heal him and bring him back up, they can. Otherwise, he will just continue to be that. You guys are everyone's kind of battered, except for Fel has all his hit points. Right, he might be missing one. So you guys get to the kind of walk your way through. The bodyguard of the gentleman kind of comes and meets you and says, looks at Mereth and just says, I've got him, and kind of like grabs him by the scruff. And if you remember, there were like different pathways. They have their own cells down here to lock somebody up. So she grabs him and like, we've done a sweep of the other people that may have been loyal to this shitbird, but I've got two of my most trusted, and we'll post up there if you want to talk to him later, maybe. But I'm sure the boss wants to see you. So you're able to go back to the gentleman's lair, the like nicely appointed bar underneath the shitty bar, and what do you want to do?
First, do we have any potions or any? I'd like to stabilize my dad in a way that makes them. I ultimately need them to know that they're safe now, and like apologize for anything that I have done that has caused them to get mixed up in this bullshit.
Yeah. So yeah, either be like lay on hands or a potion or whatever you guys want to do.
I don't know if I have any potions on me, so I'm gonna look to Fel for some help from the gods.
Yes. I can touch your dad.
Not like that, bro.
I have no idea his hit points or what do I need to just like 10?
Yeah, he got knocked unconscious by an attack of 8 damage.
Okay, I
He's an
give
old
him
man. He's an
10
old
lay on
man.
hands healing.
Okay. Yeah, and he's like, you see him like, what the fuck, Felix? And
All that matters.
Sheila's just sitting there like leaning up against Christopher as her like kind of like the one other friend that's not her son in this group, really.
Christopher's gonna bang my mom.
It's platonic. It's all right.
It's purely about.
I'm
bacon.
showing her
I
our
know.
cheddar fave biscuits, just smelling them. We're not eating them, but just seeing if she has any
You
point.
eat them, you explode in a fireball, and everyone dies.
No, that's the blind. We blind everybody. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We glow and yeah. So
Oh, it's the
I'm just
glow
seeing
one.
if she has any like if the texture is right and everything.
Okay, yeah, she's like, for all intents and purposes, like okay right now, like it's definitely rattled, but Christopher is doing his best to calm her down.
You two will have nothing else to worry about. This is all going to be taken care of.
I'd love to believe that, and
Damn.
I'm quite frankly, I was just eaten by an upside down umbrella, so it's kind of hard to be thinking. But I trust you. You look very different. Your friends look very different than even the last time we saw you, what, 4 or 5 months ago. So I believe you, but just give me a moment to kind of settle back down. Yeah, so he kind of follows you, like he's obviously not happy, but just looks like relieved, like gives your mom a hug, like glad that, you know, you're all alive after a kidnapping and travel down a river. You just watched probably more people get killed than he will ever see, than anyone ever sees in their entire life besides you guys. And just it's kind of like taking it all in, kind of still in shock. So maybe make an insight check. Yeah, you would think this is more of an initial gut reaction. Your dad can have those sometimes, but he, you know, that like once things get explained, you still have hope that everything's going to be just fine. So, yeah, you guys go down, and as you come in, the what's her name comes in behind you and just like whispers to the gentleman for a second and then heads back out, and you are there with the gentleman. What do you do?
I would like. Well, what do you guys want to do? I have an idea of what I want to do. I kind of want to take a bow and just be like, hope this is everything you dreamed it would be.
She kind of looks up at you and goes, well, considering I was expecting to just be given one present and now I have two, although it was gotten a little hairy there for a minute.
Things are always hairy with the four daddies.
I can't say that
I don't have very much hair, actually.
I can't say that I'm disappointed. Is working with you for is always as exciting. I don't know if I want to continue our working relationship in this direct of a capacity. I have some ideas. If you want to listen in a little bit, why don't you first go grab a drink, get your parents a drink, get them set up. We can house you for the night just to make sure that no other of Mereth's kind of like while we settle things down and find you got us these documents, we'll go and quite frankly get the rest of them from the vault that you've given us. We already have that going on right now, and once we have that, I'll be able to put everything back into order and make sure that the people that were trying to fuck me are dealt with appropriately. So, as you said before you left, your parents are out; they're fine. As a favor from the gentleman that I am, you will never have to worry about that. Yourself, though.
You hear that?
Your dad's sitting there like with a drink in his hand, like had been given like this just like huge goblet of ale, or wine or whatever he wanted, and just like sitting there and just kind of scowls at you, and then goes back to drinking and like talking to your mom. Yeah, so you guys kind of have they put up for the night, and kind of he says or she says to maybe like I'm gonna have a meeting with Ophelia tomorrow. You guys are more than welcome to stay here until then, and maybe we can talk about future working arrangements. Um, she has to kind of get the rest of the documents and all of that settled so that she can have her ducks in a row, and then has a proposal for you in the morning. So, what do you guys want to do that night?
I think Felix is gonna get wasted. He's never drunk this much in his life.
The first thing that you notice when when you go up to go get wasted, the bartender from before pulls out a full 24 pack case of yolk.
I think Felix starts to tear up.
This is courtesy of the gentleman. You kind of, as I would
Crack
say,
it
save
open.
her bacon. That is your reward for the natural 20 persuasion check, is a 24 pack of yolk.
I'm gonna put the rest in the bag of holding.
You have one, and then just drop this in the bag of holding. What do you think? What do you think the temperature is in a extra dimensional space? Does it stay cold?
I think it's whatever temperature you put something in is the way it stays until you take it out.
Okay. And in a world without refrigeration, that's important. Yeah, so you get hammered. What does everyone else do?
Sounds
I
about
could
right.
eat.
Everyone's getting hammered.
I could eat.
You could eat.
And have
they,
some drinks.
They eat. Yeah, you guys get the full spread. Like, there's not like a sense of revelry amongst like the other people. Like, it's definitely people are in business, just figuring out that they, without some luck and some quite really strangers, there could have been a complete regime change, and that they need to start watching their back more than they thought they were. So while you guys are in your revelry, your parents just go up and go pass out for a bit because they've had quite the day. But they said we'll talk in the morning. We just we're a little scattered right now. So they go up to bed in one of the rooms up on the upper floor, one of the ones that you guys had hidden in the night before. So you all, if you're all gonna turn one on, everyone make a constitution check to see who drinks the most. I guess it's a constitution save, but
I think my save is the same as my constitution bonus.
no one else gets the +3 from Fel though right now. He turns off his warding protection unless he wants everyone to get a bonus.
Do I know how to turn it off?
I don't think there is actual mechanic for you to turn it off. It would be you going and drinking 10 feet away from them. So up to you. Eric, you order the wrong thing and it just does not sit well, and you have like a near allergic reaction and decide to just bow out for the rest of the night.
That sounds right.
Yeah, your tongue swells up. It's like me when I have a margarita. I always think it's going to be good, but then my tongue turns into a canker sword mess. So I just stop drinking. Everyone else just continue to tie one on, eat food, kind of talk, like kind of celebrate the culmination of like between all of within the past 2 months, you kind of had a culmination of Vel's trip to this forge, Felix's success at this game, and kind of getting his family out from under crime and taking out his kind of nemesis, Christopher getting his slat abortion. Like, the amount of things in success that you guys have each individually had over the past 6 months are all coalescing here at in the past 2 or 3, and you're feeling pretty good. So you're all kind of celebrating from that, and it's kind of what's the next chapter, as you all party here in a crime lord's den. Yeah, so the rest of the night goes on. Christopher, you have no hangover. The next morning, Thel, you eat neither. Felix, you feel a lot better than you think you should. It must be that it was the yolk was what did it.
I think it's because Felix only had 2 drinks and normally he has 0.
Okay. So
he's like, I'm really putting one on today.
I had 2 whole beers. So yeah, the next morning comes. You guys all kind of wake up. Unless there's there anything else you guys wanted to do or talk about the night before. If not, wake up the next morning, can kind of get some breakfast. The gentleman who I don't think you've ever seen sleep is sitting down at that other table, like going over some documents and counting some change, like looks like almost doing payroll over there. Your parents come down and eat breakfast and they say, well they've given us an escort back to our house. They think it's all good, so we'll maybe you stop by when whatever your business is here done. We can have a chat and yeah. Both your mom and dad come and give you a hug, and they say it's hard sometimes to forgive when someone gets you in a predicament, and I think we put a lot of the blame for that on you, but obviously you care and love for us because no one would have done this much work to get us out of it. So from both me and your mom, thank you. And we're sorry for maybe it being so cold the past number of years.
Deep embrace.
Family hug, and then they leave like with one of the less grungy looking members of the like gentleman's guard here, who's just gonna walk them home. Yeah, so they leave. Shortly after, you see a familiar kind of ashen white, yellow-eyed tiefling come down in a I just re-listened to an episode with her described a colonial coat with epaulets and things like that. So that is what Ophelia Mordoon wears, is a big old coat. Walks in, gives you a smile and a nod, and she walks by like, I'm glad to
I whispered to them if she liked us, she would have given us a hug. I don't think she likes us.
She's just not I'm not a hugger, but no. She nods and smiles, and she comes and says, well, it seems your business went well, and I get to continue my business, and now I don't have the threat of my brother to brother is very much like in air quotes, coming for the throne, as they say. I would probably say for you to stay out of Shady Creek Run for a bit. My brother had plenty of allies there, and I'm sure they already know who was the cause of his demise. So I'll have to smooth that over for a bit, and by smooth, it'll be a bumpy road. So if you come through, maybe do so discreetly. Not that you have any reason to go back up exactly where you were a month ago. But she says, she's like, well, I have some business with the gentleman later, but I'm sure you guys want to get out of here. So if you want to go and get whatever you have done, I'll let you take priority on this this most successful day. And she kind of goes and sits down in the corner and has a glass of wine. And yeah, the gentleman beckons you over, just kind of like never like quite looking up from their ledger and these other paperwork, beckons you over. And so it seems that you are owed something a bit more than two parents not having to work for a crime lord anymore. I have some ideas, but is there anything specifically you would like?
Well,
I offer employment. You've shown yourself to be quite the asset to both myself and Ophelia over there. So there's always employment opportunities. Not the most savory work of all times, but I do have an idea if you would like to work somewhat tangentially together in the future.
I think I would like to be part of your organization in some capacity, but I also would like to stay with my other three daddies. I can't say it without a straight face.
No one, absolutely no one can. Like, it is the most, like, you've noticed that, like, when describing it to people, it's like just the most off-putting, like the definition of an icebreaker, but maybe not in a good way.
So what I can propose is maybe I can be sort of an ambassador during our travels and help make connections throughout the rest of the world. We did such a bang up job with Ophelia in the north. I'm sure we could help in some capacity.
She looks at you and like kind of like thinks for a second, and then a big smile goes across her face, and she says, "Funnily enough, this almost exactly coincides with what I was going to offer you." Kind of sits up and goes like behind. There's a small safe behind their like back corner booth. Kind of opens it up, brings out this small little satchel, like opens it up, unfolds a towel in it, and pulls out a single like playing card, almost a bigger card, more like a tarot card. And said, "So, a few years ago, we kind of right after I had taken over this job from the previous gentleman, I was approached by a strange wanderer. They decided to do a reading for me. They told me to choose one card out of this deck and kind of gamble on my fortunes. And I took this out, and they turn around, and it is a card with like a very like ornate throne with a crown on it. And sure enough, I drew this card, and not the day later, a proprietor of someone's estate came and told me that I am now the brand new owner of Harrow Hall. They call it Harrow Hall. It had a different name before, but we'll get to that in a minute. I'm the brand new owner of that estate. And so, of course, me excited, I sent some of my people to go out there. Unfortunately, they never came back. I still have the deed here, and I would love to give you this, your own keep, assuming you can figure out why people don't come back from it. And I would ask, perhaps, as well as being my ambassadors, you could start not running, but being the head of a mercenary guild that I could prop up to do this work for me. You've obviously shown that sellswords like yourselves are huge boons to us. So I was thinking about getting in that type of business, kind of expand a bit from just your general smuggling and drug trade. So what do you think? A free keep to you that you own, a place where you can build your own empire and a endorsement from myself and a guaranteed send of work. I can help supply you to furnish and make the keep your own place. But I don't want you to think that you would not have your freedom. I can send people to run the day-to-day there, but you would be kind of the head mercenary group of this group of mercenaries. So yeah,
I think I looked to the group and kind of.
How's the soil for potatoes there?
We'll have to check it out.
Yeah, just that is probably the biggest thing. Is I offer this to you with the caveat that you have to figure out what's going on there, because there's lots of rumors, lots of things like that. It's not too far, probably about 8-10 miles into the forest to the southwest. But I will say that it's definitely not habitable right now, at least to the best of my not spies, but the best of my scouts' ability. Some others have not come back from the place, so I know that it's a kind of a shitty present to tell you you have to do work to make it any good, but I promise if that work is done, I can help you in other ways.
That's proven good for potatoes before, so we're just gonna set up a global agricultural industry. That's like our end goal.
We're becoming mercenaries solely to prop up our agricultural aspirations.
And just I would just like it to be the head of this, and you guys can even name the mercenary band or group that you have. Maybe you'll have a third try to come up with a name that is not
The Four Daddies Fertile.
the Four Fertile Daddies.
We'll workshop it. We'll workshop
I might have some approvals, but yes, I think this will be mutually beneficial for both of us. Maybe a source of income for you. Of course, you'll have a cut of whatever the after my cut. Kind of explains, like, you would be the head of this thing. They take their cut from the mercenary work. You take your cut, and then the mercenaries get paid. And you'll have a complete control over who is hired and who is not into the group. Just a business venture that I'm willing to help fund for a bit, and I guarantee I will have dividends. So,
sounds fun.
We have one more request would be, can we contract somebody to go get spuds after we've made our way to Hair Hall?
of course, if I have some other groups that I've worked with tangentially that I was planning on sending down your way. If there is a man that you would like to, if there's anyone, not a man, but if there is any people that you've met through your travels that you would like to try to get a hold of, give us their relative whereabouts, and we can at least contact them. So,
what do you guys think? Sound good?
Sounds pretty cool.
Okay.
Rel's fully uninterested in the politics, but is sort of frothing at the mouth with I get to run drills on people.
Yeah, like there, and I like that.
Like
The
soldier
politics,
training Thel is like, ooh.
there's like the making a name for yourself part for Felix, and like that, like being like kind of running something. There's Carrick, who's probably like, hey, more adventure. Thel gets to run drills, and
Specifically
Christopher
mercenary.
and Thel, Christopher, who's like, I could make a potato farm. No, yeah, so just the only deal is who wants to take this card from me. She like puts out the deed, and you can read the deed. Like, it is very official. It's like stamped in all of the empires, like mumbo jumbo, like signed by these different people. That it's very official looking. Like, this is completely legitimate. But she says like, someone would just need to take this card from me, and then the deed, and it's yours. Which of the four of you wants it?
Suspicious.
I'm gonna take it.
Okay. The moment you take it, you see the name on the bottom of that deed change from what was the gentleman's name?
Was it Patricia? Is that it?
I think Angela Fleeter.
Angela.
Patricia, Angela, pretty close. You see it goes from Angela Fleeter to underneath it says Felix, name I can't pronounce. Voyu. And you look, and the card, it just looks like a mundane card. Make a anyone that's trained in Arcana make a check about this card. Garrick, you put together, like, after seeing the iconography on the card and now seeing that it magically changed something, you know for a fact that this card came from the deck of many things. Specifically, it's called the Throne card. What you would know about the deck of many things is that it is hyper magical and is quite literally like reality bending. It for as many good things like this that can come from said card, there are things such as having your soul trapped, removed from your body and sent into a gem on some other plane of existence. So the gentleman got quite lucky with their draw. But you would also know that this card is pretty binding. Like, anyone that tried to lay claim to this would be pretty much immediately rebuffed by something. So this place is officially yours as long as you hold on to that card. So keep it secret, keep it safe.
Nice.
Okay. So just with that, reach out to me once you have found and settled into your new home. She marks on your map. So are you guys all on the Narrow Valley map?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me draw a circle. What color do you want your keep to be on the map?
Well, I would say purple because that's
no. There are so many colors on here.
I know. You could just, you know what, just do like pink. That's fine.
Yeah, we'll do this. Like right about there. We'll even do this. There you go. new spot on the map.
And it's not forever away.
No, like they said, it's probably like, since you have to go through the forest off of not off the main road, like it's there, but it's like in the center of the forest. This is not something with any defined road to. It's probably 2 days of travel. Let's see, what does the measurement tool say it is? Yeah, 2 days, 40 miles.
Is there any major city we plan on going to anytime soon? Like, what's the next? Is this the biggest city in the general
This is
area?
the biggest city within
That's
300 miles to the north and probably about 400 miles to the south. And the honestly, no, like the one to the south is smaller than this. The only other comparable city would be over here, as the crows flies 500 miles away, probably about 900 miles.
Yeah, so we're not going anywhere else. So this is like where we're getting stuff if we want stuff, right?
Yeah, but you would have like, and as you talk more business with the gentleman, you would have access to their like full smuggling trade network.
Hmm.
So you have higher access than just what's in this city. It's just a matter of time. Like they can, they're your Amazon.
Hey, Scott,
Yeah.
I need to bail a little early. Is this a reasonable place to do it?
Yeah, we can just kind of wrap it up here. I mean, the next thing is you going to this place, and it's a whole nother map and adventure thing. So, kind of the one thing is there or anything specific you would want to do before you head out there? Kind of like take a week off or that.
I would like to take some time.
Yeah.
Specifically to ask Sheila to sew a special pocket for this card into my vest.
Okay. So there's
Secret
that
compartment.
So we'll say that you guys are going to spend the next week or so in Zadash just kind of like preparing to head out to your place and like kind of wrap up business, and we'll do that at the beginning of next session. But during that time, though, just to be that you guys staying at the Leaky Tap or wherever you guys are staying at this time, receive a letter, and it's a thick letter. From just it's from like, it's not a parcel service either. It's like it's just waiting for you at the front desk, and if you ask the bartender, they say like, hey, this was delivered by a kind of shady looking dude in the night last night. It's addressed to the Four Daddies, which I assume is Yugu. And it, as you open it up, there's a bunch of other paper underneath it, but it reads, hello, Four Daddies / Five Guys / whatever you may be going by now. This is Yinra, who you guys know as the lady that has kind of been looking into the whole drow thing. She's like, I think I finally have what we need. And if my sources are right, it seems like y'all are doing good out in the world. And if you want to continue doing that in an undercover way, I have some work for you. I'm planning on traveling to Zadash in 2 weeks. So if you can reach out and tell me where to meet you, I have a large amount of work in taking down a long gone deity and stopping a war, it seems. Seems to be right up your all's alley. And underneath that, like the other documents in it are just kind of like some like rough notes about like, hey, like like kind of like the different things. Like we know or have found that the this war is definitely, almost certainly, a plot for something more nefarious. It seems there is a sect in Jorhas that wants to bring back Lolth as their prime deity. They want, they have multiple plans that span across the continent, including the Underdark, some sort of hidden or secret necromantic laboratories that they are searching for, as well as corruption at the highest level inside of the city of Rexentrum, seeming to want this war to continue happening. And just kind of like scribbles on that of just like kind of like just some of the things they've been able to find out over the past 4 months. And that they would like to meet in 2 weeks in Zadash. And to send note of if you accept. And you would know you have the sending stone too, Genra, so you can discuss that and send your acceptance or decline at any time. But that I think is a place to end, or unless you want to decide right now if you're going to respond yay or nay to her.
Hey, we kind of have to say yeah, right? We say yeah, we'll go down to Harrow Hall and figure that out, and then come back and see what the hell she's got going on.
Yep. Okay, perfect. Good job. You saved Felix's family.
Aw.
Aww. Okay. Felix's family loves each other again.
They've always loved each other.
Just we're mad at each other. Okay, real quick, I don't think our next game can be for a while from our last time we talked.